What's going on, boys? And welcome to the 90th edition of the Chronicles of Podcast. And Jamie, I was trying to find it, and I think it's somewhere around here. Looking at it around there. But these right here are the Chronicles of George Corey and the artist Cleo.
Yeah, they are.
Absolutely like nothing we've ever done before. Are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
Hit it!
This is Ron Wasserman, the nut that wrote Go-Go Power Rangers.
It's Boba Fett here.
This is Molly Rennick from Living Dead Girl.
Hello, everyone. I'm George Corey. I wrote the Presidential Conversations and Presidential Conversations for Kids.
And we have been doing the podcast, The Social Contract, to bring the concepts and ideas. And we're going to talk about all that today and how it connects to us. And we're going to do that with
Tom and Jamie and the Chronicles of Podcast.
Your skin is wet.
We're going to Boogie Lounge. Everybody, come on!
One lot's famous for telling visitors to fuck off, and the other one's famous for singing Beyonce. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 90th edition of the Chronicles of Podcast. And these are the Chronicles of George Corey and the artist Cleo. It is I, the bearded brummy Jamie, and joining me, as always, is this handsome fella right here.
It's the Scotsman Tom. What's going on, guys? What's going on? How are you, Jay? You okay? You well?
I'm good.
You're buckled in, you're strapped in, ready to go for the 90th edition?
Strapped on.
Double seatbelt?
Double seatbelt.
Jeez, I mean, you are serious about this one this week.
Oh, yeah. Well, this is unlike anything I've ever done before. I've got to be safe and prepared.
This is very true, but let me start off with story time with Tom.
Oh, yes.
We've got a story, okay? This was from lockdown, but made me be like, I'm sorry, is this a genuine article? And it was. And It happened right here in the UK. 5 parrots are separated at British Zoo after encouraging each other to curse profusely at guests. I don't know what it is with us and our bird story. Well, yours was a cow, but I've had 2 bird stories. This is my second bird story. Yeah. A British wildlife sanctuary has been forced to separate 5 parrots who wouldn't stop swearing at visitors. Keepers say the birds encourage each other to keep cursing and had to be moved from the main outdoor. Sorry, I've lost my place. Outdoor aviary. Oh, yeah. Billy, Eric, Tyson. I mean, if you call it Tyson, I automatically. Jade and Elsie were removed from view this week. The press reports they recently joined the Lincolnshire Wildlife Centre's colony of 200 African grey parrots in August and were put in quarantine together and quickly overwhelmed the staff with their naughty language. We're quite used to parrots swearing, but we've never had 5 at the same time, the centre's chief executive, Steve Nichols, told the press. But most parrots climb up outside, but for some reason, these 5 relish it. According to Nichols, none of the zoo's visitors complained about the parrots, and most found them highly amusing. When a parrot tells you to fuck off, it amuses people very highly, he said. It's brought a big smile to a really hard year. Still, keepers thought it would be best to keep them away from children so not to ruffle any feathers. See what they did there?
Yeah, good.
They were separated and moved to various different areas of the wildlife centre so they were unable to provoke each other. Nichols told BBC News that the parrots swear to trigger a reaction or a response, so seeing people shocked or laughing only encourages the birds to curse more. With the 5, one would swear, another would laugh, and that would carry on, he said. I'm hoping they learn different words within colonies, Nichols added, but if they teach others bad language, and I end up with 250 swearing birds, I don't know what we'll do. The swearing parrots are not the Wildlife Centre's only famous birds. Last month, a parrot at the zoo named Chico went viral for singing Beyonce's If I Were a Boy.
Talk about 2 opposite ends of the spectrum. One lot's famous for telling visitors to fuck off, and the other one's famous for singing Beyonce.
So weird, isn't it?
I just thought their idea was, let's separate them like they're naughty school kids at the back of the class.
I'd like if one like Tyson gets put in and all of a sudden he hears, "If I were a boy." You're like, no, shit, shit.
I do love the idea of all 5 of them teaching the rest of the birds to swear, though. So literally, there's nowhere safe in that zoo now.
How clever! How clever is that, though? That the birds were teaching each other and like egging each other on, sort of thing. Like, go on, I dare you, go on. Like, absolutely amazing.
I want to know which was the one that knew it all first, because one of them must have learnt those swear words first. I bet it's Tyson. The son about his Tyson.
Do you reckon?
I got a feeling it's Tyson.
It's got to be.
Just something in the name makes me think it's Tyson.
I thought that was incredible. So that's going right at the start of the show. Right at the start of the show.
Oh, I love that. It's amazing. You saw something that really amused you on the internet this week, and so did I. I had, you know how Family Guy have those moments of like weirdly placed commercials as part of the joke of the show? It happened in real life thanks to Facebook, and it really made me laugh. Obviously, we spoke last week that I went to go see Kiss for the final ever UK show. Birmingham show. And they put a post up on Facebook saying, "Love what you do and you'll never work a day in your life. Birmingham, we will never forget you." There was a comment on this post from the Shower Curtain Emporium. Yes. "Love what you do and every day will be a rocking adventure. Birmingham, you've left an everlasting mark in our hearts. Just like the electric energy of a Kiss concert, our Shower Curtain Emporium collection is here to ignite your bathroom with style and flair." I was like, what a random ass place to put a fucking advert. So as we bid farewell to an epic night, let Shower Curtain Emporium remind you that the memories you make will never be forgotten, just like Kiss.
I mean, it's almost like, you put a status up on Facebook, and it's like, my nan's passed away recently, and we had a lovely funeral for her. It's like, carpet right, get your carpets here. Like, your nan's got a lovely rug in that coffin. Well, you can come to Carpet Right and we'll supply you with the same rug. You're like, whoa, hello.
I was just like, what the fuck? It's almost like the owner went to the Kiss concert and went, that curtain thing they have at the front of the stage, it's a bit like a massive shower curtain, then, as you know. Shower Curtain Emporium, perfect for Kiss fans. Like, what? I don't know what Zuckerberg is letting happen on his Facebook, but it's fucking weird.
It's because Kiss is 70 years old. They probably thought there's going to be a lot of old people in here. I know you need shower curtains. That, or I'm surprised he didn't go with electric chairs. That.
The Paul Stanley stair lift.
Yeah. He needs to go higher. So do you. Can't go as high as Paul. We've got you covered. Stairlift United, sponsored by Kiss. It's just massive lips that just sit on your ass. It's a kiss in your ass.
Honestly, I'm not surprised. I'm surprised it's not already a thing.
That's a very good point, actually, because
really
they endorse
wouldn't
everything.
Surprise me.
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be surprised if they endorsed this shower head emporium, whatever, shower curtain emporium.
That wouldn't surprise me in the slightest.
Jamie, I've got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Do you think slugs are just divorced snails?
She took the fucking house and everything.
Michelle took the house. I got nothing left.
Hey, Michelle took the house. Like that was good. That was good.
I can't believe it. Like she took it and everything. I got nowhere to sleep. People keep weirdly covering me in salt. It's really
keep me warm. It just kills me.
For some reason, I explode. I don't know why.
You ever done that? I've never done that myself.
No, but I imagine for some reason, like slugs are obviously weird things, but they do look like snails without shells. But hence the joke. But it's kind of, I don't know, they're just weird, aren't they?
Yeah, they're very odd. And I remember when I first learned that they're not actually snails without the shell, it blew my tiny fucking mind as a child.
They're just really weird. They've got to be a descendant in some way. They've got to be related in some way. But they're just odd things. Like they literally, what are you fucking looking at? Like the speed of a sloth. And yeah, I don't know. No, I've never tried to put salt on a slug. I just look and go, why? And why are you leaving jizz everywhere?
It's the fact they move so slow. I think is why I feel so sorry for snails and slugs as well. It's like people always go, "Oh, let's pick them up, move them out of the way," so no one stands on them. I'm like, at least move them in the direction they were clearly heading. Because if you put them backwards, those poor sons of bitches, I'd be livid.
Oh, you're gonna carry that so lovely? No, Colin, help! Like, oh, this took me 5 years to fucking get to that path. Fuck's sake, and I've got to do it again. Are you fucking joking me? Like, Colin's gonna be halfway home already. I'm not gonna see him for another 10 years.
I bet when you pick up moving to the direction they're going, they're like, wee! Fucking loving life.
I wonder, like, because obviously, I wonder if they're little tiny. I don't know if they have penises. Must be underneath. So when they're obviously rubbing it across the floor the entire time, just jizzing everywhere.
That just sounds painful. Dragging your cock across the floor.
Nah, tell me, right? Tell me. And finally, one thing I want to bring up is I was wearing my Sophie Lancaster t-shirt today with the one with Weirdo Mosher Freak across it, yeah? And I was walking through Cheltenham earlier today, and this guy comes up and goes, "Nice shirt, mate." Ha, ha, ha. And then turned to his mate and was like, "Have you seen it? Have you seen how shit it is?" Really? And I was like, there we are then. There we are. You are the problem. Did you know that?
And this proves why that shirt exists and why this fucking foundation exists.
Yeah. I don't think she found it funny when that's what they called her when they killed her. Did you know that? Or
no? Of course not. You ignorant shit.
I was like, well, there we are then. You are the problem. And they just kept walking. And I was like, and you're not even going to turn around and interact? You think it's cool to just say something and fuck off at the same time?
What a dickhead. Oh, why does...
I was with Callum, and Callum was like, what did he say? Obviously, do you know what I call Callum? I call him the Henchosaurus Flex. Because this boy is fucking massive. You thought he was huge last year, Jamie? Oh my fucking Christ.
I saw a picture, I think it was on Instagram early on an Instagram story, and I was like, you fucking tank of a human. What is going on here?
Instagram does not do it justice. Does not do it justice. Like, he is massive. So when I gave him a hug, I was like, oh, Jesus. Like, I can't even get my arms around you. I'm tall. So, yeah.
I bet he gives the best hugs, though.
No, it's great. It's just great to see him. Just really great to see him. But talking of inanimate comments that made no sense, me and Keris were in Primark earlier as well in Cheltenham, and it was fucking busy. And we were trying to get out, but there were people in front that were like chatting and being slow, so I was trying to weave around. And the girl behind me with her, I think Dad, was like, I just want to get out this shop, like really loud. But obviously, he was just trying to the fact that she was walking behind us, and I was like, walk round then. Like, why'd you have to go on the walk round the clothes and you'd be out?
Just because there's a path, you don't have to follow it. It's not a rule.
No.
Security's going to turn path. No one can get back on that fucking path right now.
Yeah. What do you think you're doing? Look at walking through them clothes. No, I don't think so. But it just reminds me of people that like to make comments like actually physically talking to you themselves. So like they'll be like, "Absolute what a twatty ginger," but not actually looking at me. They just like do it out loud, and people are like, "Hi," and I think they're hard as fuck, and I really hate that shit.
Cowards.
So
cowards.
grow up,
friend. Cowards.
Grow up. Yeah,
Yes.
grow up. So, how are you, my friend? Anyway, you well?
You're going to be shocked by this answer. I am knackered. I'm absolutely knackered.
Is it from all that sword wielding?
It was fun wielding a sword. Yes, but yes, very exhausting. Sealed wielding. Let me try that one again.
You got seal on the brain again, haven't you?
I have.
Kiss from a rose on the brain. The more I get the view, the strange it feels. Yeah,
I've already had that song ruined for me. I've already had that song ruined for me. Do not ruin it for me even further.
How have you already had it ruined for you?
Because a friend of mine, Graham, we were listening to it once, and he went, "What was it? He's been kissed on the nose by a gay," and that is all I fucking hear now. Every single time I hear it, it's kissed on the nose by a gay. Ooh. I was like, God damn you, Graham.
But yeah, you got seal on the brain. Yes, you were sword wielding. I was sword welding. Yeah? I'm sorry, Seal. I'm sorry. All right, but we've got that stage in life now where I need to weld you to the seal. If you're going to take a name like that, then you have to be a part of the colony. Okay,
You're just not sealy enough.
You have to live in the sea, and I'm going to feed you, not sea, because you're going to live in SeaWorld here, and I'm going to feed you fish, okay? Is that all right with you, Celia? Not really. I've been kissed by a rose. I don't give a shit. You, maybe. How do plants kiss anyway? How do flowers kiss you? Please explain to me how this rose that you apparently have been making out with. I mean, I don't know.
It's not like it's got two lips. Hey,
are you into plantiality? Is that what it is? It's a flowery flower. No, it doesn't work. Never mind. That joke was funny, Sia, but I ruined it. So I was trying to make a joke about you being into pantiality, and I tried to say floweryality, but it doesn't work because it sounds like flower reality, so it's not funny. I know. What an absolute bellend I am, eh? Sorry, Arseal. I think I'll let you go now because I've just ruined this joke completely and I've gone on for too long. Yeah. It's a little crazy, isn't it? But we'll never survive.
hey. I was starting to get a little bit worried about you.
You were saying, sorry, you were sword wielding, yes?
Oh yeah, that's where we were. Yeah, that was I had a very busy day yesterday. But yeah, it was absolutely. And then today, just re-putting the house together after having the kids stay. So yeah, I'm just knackered now.
Your sister put up an absolutely fantastic photo earlier that I noticed. Not that one.
Oh, which one?
The one where there's all of you together, but you're like,
yeah,
with your
I
eyes
saw
closed.
that. I was like, why? Of all the pictures he chose that one.
Oh, Jamie looks fucking bored.
I look like fallen asleep, or I'm stoned, or a mix of the two.
Brilliant.
I don't know.
Absolutely brilliant.
Absolutely dreadful photo.
Did you have to wear? So let's. Okay, I know we'll probably talk about that. Let's crowd. We'll give some context. What exactly were you sword wielding for, Jamie?
Basically, my mum and her partner Tony yesterday they got hand fasted, which is, for those unaware, it's basically a pagan wedding. It's the best way to word it, really. So we went to a place called Moseley Bog. It's not as disgusting as it sounds. And there's a absolutely beautiful, massive oak tree. And we all went there, stood in a big circle, because it's what you do. I don't understand it all. I'm going to sound really ignorant. I don't really understand it. This is my mum and Tony's thing. I just embrace it. You do you. It makes no sense to me. Me and my sister was looking at each other, was like, do you actually understand any of this? We're like, I ain't got a fucking clue. So we're there for mum. Yeah, we're there for mum. But I was a sword bearer. She was a ring bearer. And basically, had to walk around the big circle. And then after the high priest does his thing, I had to hand him the sword. And then Rhiannon had to put the ring on the sword. And then my mum and Tony hold each part of the ring. And then they had their hands bind.
That's a bitty fucking big ring to go on the sword.
Oh, it was. Though. It was a big fucking ring. It was like a big metal ring.
Oh, it's not for fingers.
No.
Oh, I was going to say, I was like,
no.
Where's that going?
Well, it went on my foot at one point. It fucking hurt. So it's a big beefy ring. But it's all symbolic. So it's like the sword is the symbol breaking through all the things like troubles and fights they've had in the past before they met and got together and bonded together. And then there's the ring, because it's obviously the same reason as a wedding ring. So it binds them together. And then they had the hands tied together with this rope stuff, and each color on the rope represented a different thing. And he put the red one, and he's like, red for lust. And I've just looked at my sister and went, ew. And yeah, it was a really nice ceremony. I didn't understand half of it, but it was really, really nice. And it's just nice to see my mom happy. So that's all that really matters at the end of the day.
So you were the sword bearer.
I was a sword bearer.
Rhiannon was the ring bearer.
Yes.
Does that mean Becky was pallbearer?
Oh yeah. No, Tony's daughter was the horn bearer.
Oh my days.
Yeah.
It's the only cock I could get. Sorry, is that all right? Like, it's pretty juicy. Is this penis big enough, or not that horn? So sorry.
Wrong
Dad.
horn.
Sorry, Dad. I've let you down.
Because they had to do like stuff with mead and drinking mead, and then it all got mixed together, and then it got put in the horns, and then they had to do like, I can't do it myself. You know, when you tie arms. And drink someone.
Did
I don't know.
Did then Valhalla open and fucking Thor appeared and was just like, I bless this holy union.
Pretty much, yeah. And there was lightning and everything. It was fucking
That's
epic.
incredible. The Bifrost just opened up.
I put the sword in the sky and opened it all up. It was great.
I have the power come out your mouth. And
I really want. I did say to my mom, "Can I run off over there and do Thundercats and He-Man impressions?" She was like, "I'd like to let you, but it's not my sword."
And another thing, Jamie, you probably need to grow up. No, I don't.
No. There's only so many times in life you get the opportunity to wield a sword and do stupid shit. That was one of them, and I didn't get to.
Crazy. But when you're all holding hands around a tree, did you all have to hold onto handkerchiefs and then dance around? Was that Morris?
It's not Morris dancing.
Debbie, Tony, if you are listening to this, I doubt it, but if you are listening to this, I'm only joking. I'm just having a little giggle and a little bit of a jive at Jamie's expense because I just enjoy it. Because if you dish it, you take it at the same time. You know what I mean? So, it's all fun and games. And I congratulate you, and I hope it was an absolutely amazingly incredible day and all that sort of malarkey. I don't get pagan stuff. It's not my thing, so I can't comment or make any judgments or anything. So I'm glad that it was a wonderful day for you both. And the weather obviously was, what was it, Jamie?
It was superb. And the best thing was, because it was all these trees, it was lovely and in the shade. So we didn't have to die of heat while we were doing it all. So like, yes.
Beautiful. I spilled water over myself. Sorry about that. Yeah, it was great.
But no, it was a beautiful day, and I got to see loads of people I haven't seen in absolutely years. It was like my mom's friend's son. The last time I saw him, he was a baby pulling hair out of my head, and now he's 18 years old and he's taller than me. I was like, that is fucking weird. Like, yeah, I know it's weird how time works, but yeah, it's still weird.
You know exactly where my brain was going. You knew exactly where my brain was going. I'm so proud of you.
After 90 editions, I know you.
Yeah, I can't help myself. I'm sorry. One of those is in the journal this week, and I'm really excited.
But anyway, how are you, sir? How are you?
Like yourself, I'm just absolutely bollocks, man. Like, we're recording this on a Sunday, so this is one of the first ever Sunday recordings for the show, I think, ever. Because we have got a mental 3 weeks coming up, so we're now recording the shows on Sundays for the foreseeable. So obviously, my birthday's tomorrow. Which I'm very excited about. So this is technically a birthday show in a way. I'm 36 tomorrow, which a lot of people have been quite surprised by, and that's blown my mind in the nicest way because they thought I was younger than what I am. So everyone that's done that, thank you so much. So also I was 28 at work, and I was like,
yeah, I had that the other day. I was like, I love you. You're great.
That's that.
I had that the other day. Someone at work didn't believe I was 36. I was like, I love you. You're great.
I don't want to fuck him, James. Let's calm down.
I didn't say that.
Oh, I love you, but my penis is getting tingly. Sorry.
Oh, my balls just tingled a little bit when he said that.
Oh. By the way, if you didn't realise, I'm leaning forward. And yeah, I'm not on the floor. Anyway, sorry, George and Cleo, but this is going, these guys are nuts. Yeah, so birthday is tomorrow. So we've had a birthday weekend. So I am shattered. I think Keris is already in bed. We are absolutely, we're like, huh? What's going on? Hey? Yeah, Thursday. Is that all right? What? Pizza? Oh, sorry. No, I don't want Thursday as a topping, thank you. Yeah, so it's been a bit nuts, but it's been great, the man. Like, it's been so nice. And obviously the big day tomorrow. I'm really looking forward to that. So it's gonna be great. So yeah, I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. It's been just a lot of traveling, and it's seeing a lot of people, and I'm fucking shattered.
You be your birthday tomorrow, you're going to wake up at like 2:00 in the afternoon. You've slept the day away.
I can't. I've got stuff to do. I've got a whole day planned, so I'm going to be like...
Fill us in then. What are the birthday plans? As this is a birthday show, let us know. What are you doing?
So tomorrow I am... so weirdly, Keris has got a dentist appointment, so we have to get up early, right? And she was like, is it okay? It's like, what do you mean is it okay? If you need to go to the dentist, I'm not going to be like, no, how dare you? Like... this is my day. You want to get your teeth sorted? Disgusting. I can't believe you'd even suggest such a thing. No, so she's going to the dentist. So we've decided to plan it around. So we're having a massive fuck-off cooked breakfast in the morning, which I'm very excited about. So prezzies, cards, cooked breakfast. Go to her dentist appointment. And then we're going swimming at the Lido in Pontypridd. So and it's brand new. And I was like, can we go in the day when the kids are at school and the parents are at work? So nobody will be there. So I can be like, la, 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 just enjoying a swim with fuck all people here. If it's full of old people, I'm going to be livid.
It probably will be.
Yeah, it probably will be as well. And then, so after swimming, we're going to Crazy Golf. So I either come back here to shower or showering there and then going straight to Crazy Golf in Cardiff. Because on our second date on that show we talked about nearly 2 years ago now, we played Crazy Golf and I won a free game and I've still got it. So we're like... let's go play Crazy Golf. I want to pay for one game. Beautiful.
Happy days.
Dinner at Miller and Carter. Ooh. The rarest steak, please. The biggest and rarest steak you've got. Blood. I love it. Steak tartar, get in my face. And then we're going to NQ64 in Cardiff.
Yeah, I love NQ64.
And hopefully, my friend Elliot is joining us. Hopefully.
Amazing.
So We shall see. So that's the plan. That's the plan. But Karis is like, oh my God, I've got you loads of things. I'm like, no, it's been a while. So without going too personal and too in depth, because no one cares, it's rare that I get stuff for my birthday. Put it that way. I normally get money and I just get whatever you like. So then I just blow it. Whereas Karis got, I've actually got your gifts. Like, have you? Okay, this is exciting. I wasn't asked about my birthday. I didn't really care. And then it got to Saturday and I was like, okay, I'm a little bit excited now.
It's always good to get. I prefer getting presents to money. As much as I always ask for money because I need it for things or I'm saving for something, but at the same time, you're like, oh, I could get presents. Opening presents.
Birthday money, though.
Fun.
Surely birthday money is to spend on whatever the shit you like, regardless of what you're saving for or bills or debts or whatever.
Oh, no, never. It's normally because I'm saving for something for myself. Like,
oh, I see. Okay.
Never for debts and bills. I refuse. No way. That's my fucking money, all right?
Good lad. Good lad. Do you know what is really mental, though? I am selling my records at the moment because I've bought them for 7 years and never listened to them.
Yeah.
So basically, the selling just stopped about 4 months ago. And I was like, I went, what I'll do is I'll knock all the prices down to about 30 or 40 quid for each one. And I'll do free shipping over 50. I sold 5 records today for 200 quid.
Nice.
And I went, oh, amazing. Couldn't believe it. Literally couldn't believe it.
Very nice.
I know, it's nuts. So the day before my birthday, I just made 200 smackers. And I'm like, yes, thanks very much. Crazy, man.
Love it.
No, I really can't argue with that. So I'm tempted to pre-order Final Fantasy 16 and Madden 24, but we'll see.
Do you know, I've never played a Final Fantasy game in my fucking life.
The brand new one's coming out this Friday, I think it is. It's this Friday or next Tuesday, 16th one. It's the brand new story based. I'm very excited. Yeah, I do love me some Final Fantasy. It's one of those games that I just get lost in for hours. Like building new characters and meeting new characters and doing hunts and killing monsters and finding rare weapons. And I just love it. So, sorry, I've been babbling on enough. How's your... Well, obviously, we last recorded the show on Tuesday. So how has your last 5 days been, my friend?
I've mostly been Rihanna, to be fair. I've just been doing nothing but working. I even did an extra bonus shift. I did a 10-hour shift where I literally sat there and did fuck all. I watched a movie. I played games on the Switch. I did editing for the show. I got loads of personal stuff done and I got paid for it. It was great.
That is amazing.
I know.
Yes, playing the Switch at work.
Yes, I know, right? Basically, they're doing work in an area in the hospital and they need someone to just be there. So if the workmen need anything, there's someone there and to like let them in and out and stuff like that. So like we will literally pay you to do a 10-hour shift, 7 p.m. to 5 a.m. to just sit there, do what you like, as long as you're present. Don't go wandering off and you're there. Do what the fuck you like. I was like, I'll have me some of them shifts. Thank you very much. So
that is gorgeous
for me. Yeah. Well,
I mean, I wouldn't even take a sniff of that. I'd be like, yeah, all right. Thank you.
You can't turn that down, can you? So I'll have that. So thank you very much.
Hell no. Just get them dollar bills in for sitting on your ass. Yeah, right. Cheers.
I've got another one in like about 8 days. Bring it on.
For a second, take your PS5 in.
Just hook it up to the computer.
Yeah,
computer's great at work. Don't tempt me. No. But speaking of playing the Switch is most of what I've been doing this week, apart from like editing and working. Like I've been playing Mario Odyssey. Like I very rarely take time out to play video games, but I was like, I've had Odyssey for absolutely ages. I love Mario games. Let's actually sit down and play it. And it's me. As soon as I started getting into it, I was like, okay, this game's amazing, and I'm not putting it down until I finished it. I was literally playing it up until I turned this off to come to PT. I'm on the last boss level now, so come on, Bowser. Fucking do you in. Give me my princess back, you bastard.
Again,
because for some reason you just keep stealing her. Give up. Obviously, yesterday, as I said, Mum and Tony had a handfest. Sorry.
Just going back to Mario really quickly. Do you reckon Peach just goes, "Hi Bowser, about 7 p.m. Yeah, I'll be there waiting for you." Mario, you kidnapped me again.
She's blatantly having an affair with Bowser. This is just all a ruse.
100%. She wants that dragon cock. Loves a bit of dragon. Get it in me. Sorry, George. Sorry, Cleo.
Sorry, Mario. The princess is in another castle, getting bent over by Bowser.
Fantasiality. Someone's got to have that sort of kid.
Oh yeah, I was
Surely.
gonna say that is like some fan fiction porn has been
Yeah.
written about that. Guaranteed.
If tentacles exist, I'm pretty sure that does.
Yeah, without.
Sorry, you were talking about your mum's hand fasting. Please continue.
Yeah, let's go back to that. No, it's not. I obviously covered most of that earlier, but literally, Mom and Tony got married yesterday, which was absolutely beautiful. It was a great day. It really was. I had so much fun. And it was just great having all the kids together. I very rarely get all four of the kids together. So I was like, can I please have a nice photo of all four of you? Because I don't think I have one since Olivia was a baby, because I never have all four of them together at the same time. So it was beautiful to have. And yeah, I've only really watched one film because while I was doing that night shift, I watched Spinning Gold, which is the Neil Bogart documentary movie. I was about to say, Neil Bogart was the owner of Casablanca Records, who signed Kiss. But he
Of course, it's Kiss related.
Yeah, but there's lots of others. He signed like the Village People, Donna Summers, and Diane. Oh god, there's some more as well. It's just great. I'd heard good things about it, so I thought I'd give it a watch. The historical inaccuracies when it came to Kiss were bothering the shit out of me. Like, because they started the first time we seen they're playing the song that wasn't on until like their fifth album. Was like, I'm going to ignore this. It's a film. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, Jamie. It doesn't matter. But no, it was good. It was a good film. I really enjoyed it. And yeah, that's pretty much all I've been up to. Because like I said, we only recorded 5 days ago. Not really had a lot of time to do anything.
Yeah, our calendar has been a bit of a bitch, and we've got no choice but to. So, does this mean your mum has taken Tony's surname?
They haven't done the legal side of it yet. There's been a few snags which we won't get into, but it's coming down the line. I imagine she will probably just change it anyway on like social media and things that she can. I think it's just the legal side of it they got to sort out. But
no fair.
As far as everyone's concerned, they're married.
That's cool. No, it's fantastic. It's great news. I'm really happy for him. Like I said, it's brilliant.
Debbie Gaskin. That's going to be weird to fucking say. That's going to take some getting used to. Debbie Gaskin.
I've got an idea for you. What about Mum?
Well, yeah, but
that might work.
I suppose I could just call her that. That works.
When next time I see, I'll be like, "Hello, Mrs. Gaskin. How are you?"
I filled in the guest book yesterday. I was like, to Mom and Tony, or should I say, stepdad?
Daddy. I can't finish that. No, carry on.
I don't want to know where your mind's going. You're probably going to disturb me again.
No, I think it's a bridge too far, Jamie. Should we say that? I'll rate it in.
Okay, fair enough. Please do. Anyway, what have you been up to, my friend?
Well, like I said, so obviously Rihanna doing a lot of Rihanna. There's a lot of changes going on at the job at the moment, so it's making me a bit uneasy, shall we say. A lot of people have left, so it's just like, and a lot of people are moving departments, so it's all a bit weird at the moment. So I don't really know what's going on. I don't like it, Jamie. I don't like it.
Ew.
Yeah. So watch this space, I suppose. I then obviously had my birthday weekend. So Saturday we drove to my sister's house. So we went to like Morrison's and Tesco, got some like food and bits and cake and that sort of crap, the usual. And I went to my sister's house. It was absolutely baking, and she had the paddling pool out, and instantly I went, "Oh my god, I just want to dive into a pool." Hence, swimming tomorrow. That wasn't originally on the schedule, and then I was like, I just want to be in a body of water where I can move about and just not get out of it. And she went, "Well, there's a new pool open in Pontypridd." I was like, "Oh, perfect, we'll go there then." So I stood in this paddling pool. Obviously, it went up to my ankles. I was like, "This will be fine. This is fine for now." Chatting to my mum. And she was giving us a lot of praise for this show, which was quite nice. Yeah, it was really, really nice. It was very unexpected because I don't think she listens to it, but it was just, she's like, "I'm just really proud." She just brought out, "No, I was really proud of you, Jamie, for what you've done and what you've accomplished." So I was like, "Oh, thanks." That was nice. So we had a barbecue, and we just hung out. That's all my family, bar my sister, Emily, with all her kids. Everybody else was there. So it was quite nice. We stayed over, watched the Champions League final last night, enjoyed that. And then today, I was woken up at the depths of the morning by my bloody niece and nephew.
No.
And this is why I don't have children. My nephew was up at 6 a.m, I think. But because it was so hot in that house, we'd left the door open because we were dying. We were in my sister's bedroom, and my sister had gone in with my niece. And then at 7 a.m., my nephew had a mate sleep. At 7 a.m., he's like, "Hey, how'd you lock the door? The door, how'd you lock it?" I was like, "Fuck me, dude. Like, come on, have some common sense. I know you're 11. Jesus Christ." And I just heard my niece going down the stairs at 7:20 being like, "I'm going downstairs at breakfast." I was like, "Fuck's sake." I was like, "Guess I'm awake then." Yeah. And then I heard my niece go, "Are Tommy and Keris awake yet?" Like, oh.
They fucking are now.
She wasn't. I bloody was. Keris sleeps for everything.
Yeah.
So go on.
I was just going to say, kids don't give a fuck if you're asleep. If they're awake,
Nope.
you're awake.
Yeah, it's bullshit. That's why I don't fucking have them or ever want them. So I met Paul for coffee. We picked him up at 10:30, went for coffee, went for a walk around Cheltenham. We then met Callum at 12:30, got a coffee again, but went walk around Pitville Park. It was lush, man. Just shooting the shit, chatting, having a whale of a time. And I was like, "Send me Treachings, please," which obviously he kindly has. And just talking about stuff, man, like Rugby World Cup and this show, weirdly. And his life and everything, things going on. It's just really, really nice. And then I went to Martin's house for the first time ever. I am the first person to visit his house. He's been there 2 years, and I'm not even living in Cheltenham.
How does that work?
Exactly. And then Joe Green met us there, so Green came over as well. We just like drank beer, ate loads of food, and just had a riot. It was so nice, man. It was so lush. I was glad I had to leave because Keris's mum took us out for dinner tonight, so we had to get back. And I was like, "Oh, I just want to stay a bit longer."
Yeah.
But couldn't. We had to go back. So I went out for dinner tonight with Keris's mum. She paid, bless her. So nice. Went to a pub in just outside Dufferin, which was lovely. And then here we are, sat here right now. So that's literally been the week. It's not been a lot. Watching wise, I watched Barbecue Showdown. Are you watching Barbecue Showdown?
I haven't, no.
We're on the season 2 finale. We're on the finale now. Keris totally called the final, so she's torn because it's her 2 favorites against each other. So she's like, "Oh, I don't know who I like." Mine got eliminated in the semi-final. I was gutted. Yeah, but it's her 2 favorites. The 2 she picked at the beginning, and like now against her, she's like, So we're getting down to watching that in a bit later on. I've been watching BattleBots, which is obviously American Robot Wars. I'm still absolutely loving that. And obviously wrestling, we've catched up with that as well. I completed Spider-Man Miles Morales on Friday. Incredible. Obviously, it follows on from Spider-Man 1, and the sequence at the very, very end is delicious for Spider-Man 2. Oh my God, I'm excited when that comes out.
I need to play Miles Morales. I haven't played it yet.
Have you finished the first one?
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
Yeah, I finished.
Okay, so you got to play Miles Morales next because then it opens it up for Spider-Man 2, which is at the end of October.
Oh, yeah,
I was like, "No way, this is sick."
I've got so many games to play; it's ridiculous.
It is nuts. It is actually nuts. Because I downloaded the new Oddworld. Do you remember Abe on the PS1?
Yeah. Abe's Oddworld was amazing.
A brand new game called Soulstorm, which is out on PS5.
Really? They're still making Abe games?
Sick as fuck. It follows on from Abe's Exodus from PS1. Like, it's great. It's so great. So I'm playing that at the moment, and I'm playing Uncharted 4, but remastered. And I just love the Uncharted games. I got Final Fantasy 7 Remake because I paid for the PlayStation Plus subscription, £13 a month. They could play shit tons of games.
Oh, it's like, yeah.
PS Plus.
Similar, haven't they? Yeah.
Yeah, Game Pass, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So I'm downloading Final Fantasy 7 Remake. Now finished Spider-Man. So, buzzing, boys. Love it. Absolutely love it. So, yeah, that's been my week. And obviously, birthday tomorrow. And then off to Manchester for work.
Well, I think we're all caught up, my friend. Go on, Braden.
Can we hear from the old Stay Cozy man himself?
Go on, then.
All right. Is this thing on?
Well, howdy doody, everybody.
This is Braden Berry from Say We Can Fly, founder of Stay Cozy Clothing, your one-stop shop for the coziest, most fashionable hoodies, t-shirts, and more.
Gosh, Mickey.
That's right, folks. And we're proud to say that we are now sponsoring
the Chronicles of Podcast. Ouch.
Hosted by Tom and Jamie.
Like, you can get 10% off, man! That's right, Shaggy! Just use the special code, The Chronicles, at checkout.
Oh, boys.
I'll say it again. I'll say it again. And I'll say it again. Best advert ever. We love it. We bloody love it. But Jamie, this follows in to your favourite segment of the week.
Oh, yes, it does.
I talked about it earlier. It's time for Callum's Treachings.
Do you want to know something? Callum will be able to tell you in Callum's Treachings.
Is cereal soup?
Ooh.
Welcome to another edition of Callum's Treachings. The boy is back once again to educate the world. Jamie.
Yes, sir.
Shall we begin?
Oh, yes.
What is Callum Treachings this week?
Almost all the actors who play jocks and bullies in high school movies and TV shows are actually likely to be drama kids at school who were probably likely bullied themselves.
That's a very good point. That is such a good point. But surely they always pick the jocks and the bullies based on like size and if they're built and that sort of thing, don't they? Or if they're good looking.
Yeah,
you don't
it's generally
see,
the best looking ones, yeah.
You never see a jock that's like... yeah.
The jocks are the handsome bastards and the bullies are the ugly bastards. It's normally the way it goes.
Aren't jocks and bullies pretty much very similar?
I always thought jocks were like we play American football because we're fucking cool and we get all the ladies. But you, little boy, I'm going to kick you in the shins. That's why I always took as a jock. I don't know why I went for kicking the shins.
That is a wonderful way to interpret a jock where you said we play American football in a British accent.
Foreign exchange student.
Okay, fair. No, it's great. It's great. It's great. It's lovely. It's Britball over here, but you know, it's all good. It's still the same thing. But you make a good point because I completely confused that with the fact that they were the same person, but obviously they're not, are they? Bullies are basically the people that have very sad lives and you know had a bit more broken home. I mean, are they people with broken homes mainly? I mean, is that being judgmental?
A lot of the times it does work out that the reason people are bullies is because they need somewhere to vent their frustrations and shit in their own life. It's been proven. It has been proven to be a fact. Obviously, not all of them, but you know, some people are just assholes. But a good chunk of them. Yeah,
there are a lot of those out there. But that's a really weirdly intriguing point that he makes in regards to the fact that they've obviously just fed off. They must feed off what they've experienced. Yeah, which is kind of cool in a way.
Think a lot of the best actors do, though, isn't it? They sort of bring that in from things they know. So, but it's got to be quite therapeutic as well at the same time.
Oh, absolutely. But could you imagine to start taking the piss out of somebody in a TV show? Like, yeah, well, I'm going to beat you.
I remember when this happened to me.
Yeah, just start wailing.
Yeah.
I loved you, Annie. I loved you.
Cut. The director's like, fuck.
Dan, it's not real. Like, it's fine. It's just a scene. He's just got to jump over you to the sea and he's free. That's all it is. He's just a whale.
That bastard bullying whale. Yes, Free Willy reference.
Yeah, I just thought it'd be funny just because we just got too serious there for a second. It's like I need to bring this in.
Really whacking.
Let's bring the old TCO pod bit, you know, just a bit of a dash, a little sprinkle there. So, but Jamie, what else is Callum treating us this week?
The other side of your skin is wet.
Oh, Callum. Oh, I know it's true, but that's just horrible to think about. I don't know why.
It's against muscle. Is it muscle, isn't it, on the other side?
Yeah, muscle and blood and stuff. I know it's true, but for some reason that made me feel a little bit queasy when he said it.
Why?
I don't know.
It's just true, isn't it?
I don't know. My instinct body reaction was like...
It reminds me of The Simpsons when it used to freak me out when I was a kid about when it's the gas that turns you inside out.
Yes.
They said in the really early seasons. It's like, oh my God, it's that gas. And then they turn inside out and they're just like muscle and veins and stuff. And I'm like, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't know.
I don't know why my head just instantly went to the Robbie Williams rock DJ and how much video and how much that freaked everyone out.
Oh, doesn't he have ripples? That's so odd. Why?
I don't know. It's Robbie.
So I've got Robbie, come here. I've got a really good concept for this. We're gonna have a roller disco, okay? And you're gonna come out and be a topless wanker. Yeah, perfect, absolutely. Just start shaking your hips for absolutely no reason, Robbie. Okay, lovely. And then basically, what's going to happen is you're going to come down to your spandex. Okay, you're going to have literally your tighty whities. We'll make them leopard print. We'll make it a thong. Fuck it. So you're going to have a leopard print thong on, right? And then what's going to happen is you're going to tear yourself to shreds. Are you, Mike? Are you all right? What do you mean to? You're gonna fucking rip your skin off, mate. You're gonna literally rip yourself apart. All right. Oh, I'm not hearing another word about it. Because I'm feeling hungry. I mean, yeah.
Would it be special effects? No. It's the last thing you'll ever do, Robbie.
What do you think we'll be fucking do with special effects, eh? What year is this? It's year 2000, mate. Are you for real? AI hasn't happened yet. We haven't got CGI. Maybe wait 20 years if that's what you want. I'm not a cannibal, I promise. It's a really weird concept, isn't it? Having a massive party, just shaking your stuff, getting naked, and then you get too naked.
Yeah, just a little bit. I think he took all that off and was just a skeleton at the end of it, if memory serves.
I didn't get that far. To be honest with you, I've never seen it.
What, really?
I've just watched the normal. I've seen the normal video, but I've never seen that. So
yeah,
I really
it was like a they censored it, didn't they? You had to like go somewhere to watch the full length version.
Yeah, back in them days.
Back in them days.
And YouTube wasn't a thing. You had to scour the dark web. Or on LimeWire or something. Like, Rock DJ uncensored, perfect. And it was just porn. You're like, God damn it. Or a virus.
Yeah, or both.
Slipknot times Linkin Park times Metallica times Parkway Drive, who aren't even around yet, times Papa Roach times Limp Bizkit. Do a song called Hero. Oh, that sounds amazing. Oh, that's definitely not that song.
And now my computer has AIDS. God damn it.
Error. It's like completely melts and that's it. Your computer's going like, cool. Never mind. There we are.
Well, I was enjoying that. Oh.
And finally, Jamie, finally, what is Callum teaching us this week?
Camping didn't exist until humans created non-camping.
What?
I know what he's getting at. I just love the way he worded it. It was great until they created non-camping. Not they built houses or something.
Houses. Oh, okay. I mean, did it not? Tents were around.
Yeah, but I think what he's saying though is once everyone lives in a house, they're not sleeping outside anymore. So that's now something to go do. It's not norm.
I wonder who basically got a house and went, God, you know what? I just really miss a tiny 4x4 tent. I really want to get back in a tent.
Whoever they are, they're a fucking weirdo.
Yeah, like, mind you, I loved our TP at Bloodstock last year, but it was a heavy fucker, but my God, it was worth it. Apart from how bloody hot it was every morning. But I don't understand, like, camping's not for me. I'm not a massive fan of it. When you go to a campsite and you just pitch up and you just have to take your shoes off before you walk in. What if it fucks it down? And if it's raining so much, it just floods everywhere. You're like, what is the point? This is miserable.
You just sit in the tent and like, oh, it's raining outside. We'll just sit in here until it dries over.
I've got a perfectly lovely built house back in Cornwall. But do you know what? I want to sleep in this tent. Not. Oh, it's raining. Wonderful. Oh, that crab's trying to get in. Perfect. You know what? I might as well just go home. But that's nuts. I wonder who is the first person to go, really, really just want to get back to the olden days.
I guarantee it was a man in a mood with his wife. Guarantee.
Yeah, puts him out in the garden. Do you know what? I need some sort of shelter out here. I'll just build. And thus the tent was born. Yeah. But obviously, festivals, it's perfect.
Oh, yeah. If you can get a space.
Good old download reference.
Was it?
Yeah, definitely oversold. I mean, if you're a Metallica play twice in the same weekend, it's definitely a mill straight there.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. Nuts. Anyway, we'll get off this high horse. And another excellent set of treaches from Callum himself. We love this segment every single week. It's great.
Yes, we do.
But the problem is, Jamie, I have to follow.
You do.
It's time for Tom's Journal.
Read to me.
And welcome to another edition of Tom's Journal. Welcome to another edition of Tom's Journal. This is an absolute beaut, I can tell you. I'm excited to get these ones in your face. Jamie, this dude just got served. Are you ready for this?
Okay.
Hi, Mike. I've been so horny since I met you. I have never, ever felt this after meeting a guy. First of all, who says horny anymore? Fantastic. Mike, sorry. Who's this? Well, I'm glad your phone is working. It's your window cleaner. And you passed the Duke by the past 3 cleans. Please settle your account before we pass this to the small claims court.
Whoever owns that window cleaning company.
Legend, yeah.
Bravo. Bravo.
That's a self-employed. Stop skipping out, you bastards. Somebody then put, why is this not a thing? I don't have kids, so I want to take my dog to the zoo. Why shouldn't he get to see an elephant?
I mean, it's a fair point. Dogs might enjoy the zoo.
Exactly. You never fucking know, do you? Jamie, I took my 8-year-old daughter to the office on Take Your Kid to Work day. But when we walked into the office, she started to cry. As concerned staff gathered around, I asked her, what was wrong? And she said, Daddy, where are all the clowns you said you work with?
I didn't know that was going on like that. I don't know what that laugh was about, but I enjoyed that.
That was great. This one's a personal favourite. This one's even better. Oh, Jesus Christ. I accidentally said big instead of grande while ordering coffee at Starbucks. They took me behind the store and shot me in the leg.
Am I the only one that always feels like an utter twat asking for a size thing when Costa?
Can I have a venti, please? Oh, yeah. Fuck off, Julian.
I feel like it's what you have to say because that's what's on the board.
Just call it fucking large and grow up. I said it. I'll have a large. Even one person even went, "Is that a venti?" I was like, "A large, yes." I'm not Italian, mate. So stop thinking you are.
Just like
I might walk in there and be like,
Julian.
I might walk in there next whenever I go to the next and be like, hello there, you guys are lovely. I come from Italy. I'd love a fancy cappuccino, no foam, with a little bit of cinnamon on top, yeah? And without the milk, you know what I mean? It's a venti, so it's an venti, okay?
Look, I swear you were in here yesterday and you didn't sound like that.
Yeah. Hang on a second. He was. Why have you got the Italian accent on for? Well, you're British Italian, I'm speaking Italian, okay? Do you know what, right? I cannot believe, Jamie, that I'm from a generation who paid for ringtones. If this little fucking rectangle made a single sound these days, I'd smash the shit out of it.
Oh, it's so fucking true. When I think of the amount of hours of my life I wasted inputting ringtones into my old Nokia phone to now just never have sounds on my phone.
Nope. Never. The only sound my phone makes is an alarm, and that's it. Do you know what, Jane, right? Good. And bloody well should think so as well. Did you almost fall over then?
I almost knocked my headphones out of my head.
Oh. One thing about adulthood that I was not prepared for, Jane, was for how many cardboard boxes I had to break down and throw away all the time.
Fucking garage full of them straight to the tip.
It's from recycling. That's what I do.
Yeah, but they're like big boxes from IKEA when we did Olivia's bedroom.
Just rip them apart.
That's the plan.
So, you remember at the start earlier when I'm a bit of a sarcastic and to the point prick?
Oh, yeah.
So this is the journal entry I was talking about.
Okay.
Are you at work tonight? I'm off today and I'm off tomorrow. Do you fancy going to see Spider-Man later? What, like in the theatre? No, Jerry. We're going to walk around the streets of New York and hope to catch him on a rooftop. God, I love that so much.
That was one of those ones where you had to check it wasn't you that was messaging this person.
Yeah. At this point, every round mammal is a hamster to me. Coconut. I think we both have different definitions of what a mammal is, but I can't say I disagree with you. Has hair, gives milk. So, what do you want for dinner? Date. How about Sonic? Me, under my breath. He's so fast, though. How do we catch him? Fuck's sake.
Hello.
Good. It's a bloody episode and all. And finally, Jamie. My dad just offered a mechanic at a Lexus dealership my hand in marriage if he fixed his transmission by Friday. I really wish he would stop offering me as a collateral. He's got the opposite of Liam Neeson. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you fix Lexus transmissions, I can tell you. I don't have money, but what I do have is a very peculiar single daughter.
Well, very peculiar.
And that was another edition of Tom's Journal.
That was a great journal. Great journal.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you. Stop the applause. Stop the applause.
It's about getting into schools and talking to young people because, you know, I know that people can change. And it's about talking to people and getting them to understand and perhaps step back from violence and prejudice and whatever. And we just need to work together and keep on the good fight there.
Absolutely. Hey there, guys. We are ecstatically happy to announce that we are associated with the Sophie Lancaster Foundation.
The times are changing, and with the unfortunate death of Sophie, those changes have made a massive impact for the future. If Sophie was with us still today, I can guarantee what you are doing will still be reaching so many lives of young teenagers, young adults, and those who wish to be as different as possible. So thank you very much.
To find out more about this incredible foundation and all the work they do, and more importantly, how you can help, head on over to www.sophielancasterfoundation.com.
Mr. Stevens.
Ting, ding, 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 ting. Yeah. Perfect.
Audience participation time.
Participate, bitch.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to participate in Jamie's participation challenge.
I love these so much. This week, I said, celebrities, we watch them, we admire them, we adore them, we appreciate them entertaining us, and sometimes we're either lucky or not so lucky to meet them. So with that in mind, what is your favourite, most memorable moments from meeting a celebrity? What say you, Mr. Stevens?
I mean, from doing this. And well, yeah, and obviously I've worked at a few festivals in my time. I don't mean to sound like a prick, but I've met a fair whack. But I'm going to go for Michael McIntyre, and I'm going to go for the moment before he made it huge in the arenas and all that sort of stuff on his original tour when he played the Cheltenham Town Hall. And there's a club across the road from the Town Hall, which was at the time called Boogie Lounge. he walked out. So I had photos and stuff, and then he walked out with us. And he was like, "We're going to Boogie Lounge. Everybody, come on!" And like shouting at people across the streets and everything. He's like, "We're all going to Boogie Lounge. Where are you going?" Like people walking away. He's like, "Where are you going?" "We're all going to Boogie Lounge." And then I walked into his car. We're just chatting, gave him his stuff, and he drove away.
That's
One of my favorite
fucking
moments.
awesome.
It was great. I still got the photo, and I look horrific. I have no beard, and I have pink and black emo hair.
Oh, I remember those days.
And he tore me apart on stage. So I was front and center as well because I loved him. I loved him that much back in the day.
That's amazing.
And it was funny because my mum's best mate was there, and she was on the phone to the next day. Sorry, this is so long. And was like, "Oh my God, Michael was absolutely amazing last night. The only problem was this fucking knobhead on the front that wouldn't shut up." And she went, "Yeah, that was my son."
That's amazing.
Love a mum story. Absolutely incredible. What say you, Mr. Westwood?
I've got a couple, but the first one that all springs to mind is the one from when I was a little kid meeting the British Bulldog. Just because I think I've told this story before, but it's just I have vague memories of it, but just my mum telling me the story always makes me laugh so much. Waiting in hours in a queue to meet the British Bulldog to sign my copy of WrestleMania 7. I could say anything to this wrestler that I admire, and I say, "Where's your dog?"
Hey, you're 7 years old.
I know,
don't be so hard on yourself.
But this is be honest, I'd probably say that now. I'm not.
It's
me.
Well, to be fair, this is very true. This is very true. It's like your body's grown and your mind's just gone, "No, I'm staying here."
Pretty much, yeah. But I think this show is probably it's the biggest highlight of them all, isn't it? The amount of people we've got to speak to, it's absolutely just incredible, really, isn't it? But yeah, I did have another one in mind, but my mind's just gone blank on me. I hate it when that happens. But I suppose as well, meeting Kevin Smith, it was very, very, very brief. He was on stage, but the fact I just got to do that in front of him to get him to sign my arm, he went, "Oh, that's me!" And I was like, "Yeah, it is. It's you." And I felt a little bit giddy, and then I was really sad that I couldn't have a proper conversation with him. But still, I got to meet him. It counts. As far as I'm concerned, it counts.
Did you tattoo the signature?
Yes, I got the signature added. I literally kept it there for about a day before I could get booked in. So I was like, "I'm not washing this arm. I'm not doing anything with this arm. If that comes off, I'm going to be pissed." But it's still there.
So before we get to participation answers, obviously AEW is in London in August.
It is.
And I'm like, "Come on, Brian. You want to be for a meet and greet, don't you? You want to do a meet and greet. You want to sign my calf."
Oh, yes.
So
you've just reminded me of the other one I was thinking of. Thank you very much for that.
You're welcome.
Jericho. I met Jericho after a Fozzy gig years ago, 2005, I think this was. And chatting to him, my mate walks up to me and says, "Can you sign this to the Ayatollah of Rock and Roll?" And he looks at me and went, "Fuck off, that's me." I was like, brilliant. Refused to sign it to the Ayatollah of Rock and Roll. I was like, "Fuck off, that's me. That's my name."
Yes, Chris. That's one I'd love to tick off the list. Jericho.
Yeah. Right, let's get some audience answers. First off, it's the wife, Becky Westwood. She said, "When I met the Usos and they gave me a big Uso muscle sandwich hug." You were there for that, weren't you?
I was, so they thought I loved Bray Wyatt. I was like, "No, Daniel Bryan."
Remember that?
So I remember when Jay went, "Hi, I'm Jay," and I went,
"Yes, you are."
Hi. Wouldn't be like that now, obviously, but
I know, yeah, it's weird.
But then I was like, "Oh my God." Sorry, Callum.
Matthew Doherty says, "I used to have long hair down to my lower back. When I met Hulk Hogan, I told him how big of a fan I was. And he said, 'If you're such a fan, how about you give me some of that hair, brother?'" He said, "When I met John Cena, I had just seen Blockers. And I said to the line behind me, 'Ladies, if you want to go see a naked John Cena, go see Blockers.' He bent over with laughter and clapped me on the shoulder." Fucking great story. Mate.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Oh. And we have a reply from TikTok.
Oh.
All I know is his name is Tom. It doesn't have a surname. He says, "I don't know why this answer really amused me." He said, "I saw Ian Hislop walking down the road once. He was wearing a hat."
Perfect.
That's all you need to know. He was wearing a hat. Matt Roberts said, "Our good friend and musical maestro, Matt Roberts."
I love this story.
I lost my footing backstage at a gig and shoved the girl in the back. She turns round and it's Gabrielle Applin, and I proceeded to die inside.
He is in love with Gabrielle Applin, right?
Okay.
Like in love to the point where he wants to marry her, right? He loves her that much. And the first time he ever met her was that when he shoved her in the back.
So I don't know who she is, I'll be honest. I've never heard of her.
She's a singer. She's a singer-songwriter.
Oh.
And he literally is like beside. And that's the first time he ever met her. And he proper pushed her up.
God, how mortified did you be?
And he literally just went, oh my God.
Oh, bless him. Bless him.
Yeah, it's funny. Funny as hell.
Lydia Manson says, get in the shirt John Stamos wore on stage after seeing Bye Bye Birdie from John Stamos. Amazing. I mean, John Stamos just hand you his shirt. Carly Donahue. I was babbling whilst cutting Oliver Twist's hair. I say Oliver Twist. His name's Mark Lester. He played Oliver Twist in 1968.
Oh.
And then me seeing Gary Lucy from Hollyoaks after a few Prosecco's after a show he was in. He was just casually walking down the road towards me and nobody was around, so I practically jumped on him.
Fair.
As you do. Oh. Mally Malpass. I like this one. This is very heartwarming. I like this one. So there's not a major celebrity, but one who was crazy important to me, and that's Tommy Vance, the radio DJ. He was a huge supporter of my old band, One Dice. When we played a Total Rock Fest, Tommy was in attendance. After the show, we went up into the radio studio to meet him. Nervously introduced myself and mumbled something like, Tommy, thank you so much for the support. To which he pushed his chair back from his desk, stood up, shook my hand and said the coolest thing that anyone has ever blessed my ears with. And he said, hey, you guys create, I just relate it. And I will never forget that moment, and I never will.
That's
Beautiful.
amazing. That is amazing.
Story. My mother, Debbie Myatt's getting involved, or should I say Debbie Gaskin. So, he literally fell at my feet. I was walking past the Albany Hotel, as it was then, and Robert Palmer walked out, slipped on a slope, and fell over, landing right at my feet. Do you know who Robert Palmer is? You look very confused. Oh, might as well face it, you're addicted.
Oh, yes, I do know who he is. Yes.
And as a child, I was running down a corridor at the Aston Villa Leisure Centre, and I ran into, literally, as he walked round the corner, Bev Bevan from ELO. I can't quite remember what he said. Something like, slow down, little girl. And then he laughed.
That's reminded me of a story. I walked into Richard Hammond. I didn't see him.
It's because he was all the way down there.
I genuinely walked straight into him and I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. That I was like, oh, sorry, Richard.
Graham White. It's a long story in how I came to meet him because he came to my school many times, but I really remember shaking Muhammad Ali's enormous hand.
Oh, wow.
What a fucking great story.
This is cool. Yeah, go on.
That's all he said. It was it's a long story.
Way.
I was like, tell me the fucking long story, Graham.
That is awesome. That is like, that's incredible.
That's great. Lisa Clemens. I met Robin Williams during his more comedy days. It's JFK Airport, Christmas time, when he was on the same flight my sister came in on. I was raised as an airline employee's kid and taught not to take up too much time of celebrities' time. I tripped over my own words there, but you know what I mean. They are busy folks and paying customers. We chatted briefly about holiday plans, and I thanked him for the autograph, which was in pencil, as it's all I had. And it was lost eventually in one move or another.
No.
And he said, I had to go. I wish I hadn't, as he seemed to want to chat more.
Oh, I'm really jealous of that. That is amazing. Oh, my day. Could you imagine? I would just pick his brains for ages. I would just keep, like, I would be just, I love him so much.
I've got two more for you. Gemma Williams. I once met and took a photo of Kevin Smith at a Comic-Con. Bastard. I was so nervous and excited, I was shaking. Also, could have been the lack of food and a hot Comic-Con too. I told Lucy to go in front of me just so I could prepare. He was just as lovely as anyone could ever imagine. The photo sucks. I look awful in it, but it still was an amazing moment. The following day, I met him again to get an autograph, and I showed him my leg tattoo at the time, just the three heads from Tesley, which is on a Kevin Smith podcast. And he took a photo and posted it on his Twitter. I was pretty buzzing that weekend, I can tell you. And at the same Comic-Con, I was walking through the crowd and spotted Matt Lucas coming the other way. And I said, high five. And then he just gave me a high five. I miss Comic-Cons. I was just randomly high-fiving Matt Lucas.
Good times, good moments.
And last but not least, Jerry Keane. This story is beautiful. I love this one. I worked in Euro Disney for 2 years back in the day, including arriving 6 weeks before it even opened. So before the opening, there was every celebrity on the planet you can imagine staying. I was working night shift in one of the hotels, which had a games arcade in it. And as I passed for the check-in at 4 a.m., there was a Robin Williams in his pajamas with his little girl who was having mighty fun playing on all of the video games. I asked him if everything was okay, and he replied, yeah, she couldn't sleep, so he came down here for a break. But that was 2 hours ago, and now I think I'm just stuck here. He burst out laughing. And I remember as I made my way, I realised that one of the world's best loved and most famous funny men of all time had made a joke just for me and nobody else. A very treasured memory. How beautiful is that?
I love him so much. Not Jerry. I do love Jerry, but
we do love Jerry though.
But Robin, like yeah. I need to watch a Robin Williams movie tonight. I think just need my fill. Just need my fill. I fucking adore that man. I'm so gutted he's no longer with. Like I'm so gutted he's no longer with us.
I know.
If I lose Jim as well, I'm gonna be like, fuck's sake, what's the point?
I'm never watching anything funny ever again.
Because I just love that. I love that sort of. I just don't give a shit. Like I just don't care what you think of me. I'm still going to be me for who. You know, there's that Jim Carrey acceptance speech on YouTube when he got a gift. Oh my god, my brain, fuck me. He got given a diploma or some certificate degree at a university, and his speech is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Dead Poet Society is one of my favorite movies. Like just Robin in that, just incredible. Like, oh, getting emotional. I need to move on. Sorry, it's just it's one. How do I word it? I'm speechless at the same time, but I'm gutted that I'll never get to meet him. Like I'll never get to pick his brains or like anything. Like it's just. It's truly that's incredible. I think that's amazing that Jerry got that moment and Lisa got her moment with him as well. Because beautiful and wonderful, and I think it's incredible. Anyway, let me move on before I start. Like, thank you for everybody that participated in Jamie's challenge this week. We really appreciate it massively. If you enjoy Jamie's participation challenge, Tom's journal, Callum's Treachings, the interview, and all the absolute gobshite we speak at the beginning of this show. They enjoy the other 89 editions of Chronicles of Podcast, wherever you get your podcast from, whether that be Spotify, Google, Apple, Good Pods, I don't know, Heart FM, I don't know, Radio 1, like wherever you get your podcast from, you'll find us there. You can also come follow us on YouTube at the Chronicles of Podcast. Make sure you subscribe, hit that bell to get notified of when new videos are released, and comment the shit out of every single video. Just comment galore. It'd be absolutely wonderful, and we really appreciate it. Thank you so much. You can find all of our shows are on there. All of our interviews are on there. All of our hashtag WBW Way Back Wednesdays are on there as well. All of our live Bloodstock interviews are on there. Our Bloodstock vlog is on there. And our Dublin Quest vlog is on there as well. More to come this year. Keep your eyes peeled. You can also find us on Facebook at the Chronicles of Podcast, and make sure you subscribe, follow us on there, share it everywhere, like it. Comment, put GIFs and memes, whatever you want to do. Just make sure you tell all your mates and get them to follow it as well. But Jamie, thinking about it right now, where else could you find us?
You could find us on Amazon, ordering copies of the Presidential Conversations and Presidential Conversations for Kids, and subscribing to the Social Contract Podcast.
And on the Twitter at TCO Pod. But whilst you're on Amazon purchasing the Presidential Conversations for Kids, and subscribing to the Social Contract Podcast, whilst on our Twitter, where else could you find us?
You could find us trying to get Chris Jericho to call us the Ayatollah of rock and roller. He's going to tell you to fuck off, but you can try.
Or on the Instagram.
Or there.
At TCO Pod. You can find us on TikTok at TCO Pod. Go watch Jamie's Chesney Hawks video. That's all I've got to say about that. You can connect with us on LinkedIn at the Chronicles of Podcast, or you can come to our beautifully brand spanking sexy and wonderful, gorgeously and delicious little website at www.thechroniclesofpodcast.com. You can find out all about me and Jamie on there. All of our shows and episodes are on there. Our affiliates and sponsors are on there. And our shop, our store is on there as well. Grab yourself a t-shirt, grab yourself a hoodie, grab yourself a journal while you're at it. Be absolutely wonderful. It would mean a hell of a lot to us, and keep the lights on, as they say. Make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. Make sure you follow us on all the social medias. And, just keep listening every week because we love it and we appreciate every single one of you that comes on a weekly to enjoy your favorite podcast of the week. And now, a word from our Jamie.
A word from our Jamie? I don't know why it tickled me. Before we get out of it, let's say thank you to a few of our friends. You heard his name mentioned earlier in audience participation. He's the man that supplies us every single piece of music you hear on this show. That man is Mr. Singer-Songwriter Matt Roberts. Go follow him on all the social medias at Matt Roberts Music. Go check out all of his music. You can find him on Spotify, YouTube. No matter where you find music, you will find Matt there and his delicious music, including his most recent album, Light of Day. We cannot recommend it enough. Go check him out right now. And of course, we have to say thank you to Mr. Braden Barry and his Stay Cozy Clothing. Head on over to www.staycozyclothing.com or download the smartphone app. Head on over there. Find whatever you like and add that to your basket. You will find hoodies, t-shirts, tapestries, jogging bottoms, mugs, those glorious mugs. Add whatever you like to your basket and then add in that discount code, The Chronicles, and get yourself 10% off that order. A little present from Mr. Barry to you, our gorgeous listeners.
He's now also on tour from today with every avenue. So any American listeners, make sure you get out there and go and see him on tour. He has some very special limited edition Stay Cozy clothing items that you can't get on the store, but you can get on tour.
Ooh. And I'm sure if you're at the merch table, just shout The Chronicles at him. He might give you 10% off. It's worth a try, at least. And last but not least, we have to say a massive thank you to the Sophie Lancaster Foundation. They are stamping out prejudice, hatred, and intolerance everywhere. Me and Tom are beyond humbled to be official ambassadors of this amazing charity. As the story Tom told at the start of this episode proves, their work is now still relevant. It's still happening where people will shout shit to strangers in the streets just because of the t-shirt they're wearing. Nothing more. Simply that. You don't know who you are saying this to. There are many people in this world who are suffering in silence with mental health issues, no matter what it might be. And that might just be the thing that tips them over the goddamn edge. And it's just unacceptable to treat people like that. It is beyond unacceptable. At the end of the day, you have one life. You should be free to live it how you choose. You can dress how you like. You can listen to the music you like. If you want to paint your nails black, fucking do it. If you want to put eyeliner on, do it. If you want to put your hair spiked 6 foot tall, pink, do it. I mean, that would be really impressive, 6 foot tall. I don't know why I said 6 foot is way too tall, but I now really want to see it. But anyway, do it. We cannot say a big enough thank you to every single person who was at the Download Festival this weekend and went and said hi to the guys. The amount of things they were putting on social media, the queues to go to the store and to give the love to the foundation means the absolute world. And I know me and Tom were not there, but we thank you from the bottom of our heart that you are out there supporting this foundation. That means the absolute world to us. We cannot wait to do what we do with them in the summer at the Bloodstock Festival. We cannot wait. It's going to be so much fun. And if you're there, come and say hi. It means the absolute world. And last but not least, a massive thank you to my very handsome co-host over there.
Ditto, Jamie, ditto. Same to you too, sir. Always a pleasure. Never a chore, as they say. We absolutely love doing this show every single week, and I absolutely love hosting it with yourself. It's always grandiose. Another absolutely excellent episode, another excellent edition of the Chronicles of Podcast with absolutely wonderful guests. George and the artist Cleo, thank you so much again for taking the time out to come and sit and chat to us all about politics. It was a very interesting conversation. We hope that everybody enjoyed. And as for this week, we will see you all next week for the Chronicles of John Mahon.
Yeah. This is a good one. Goodbye, everybody.